Good evening, Newverse. Right now I am joined via satellite by Too Fine, Justin Klein, and Sir Daniel Roberts, two men that will face off at NEW Gold Rush for the Intercontinental Championship. Now I've decided, as CEO of NEW, that rather than have this thing break down into chaos, mayhem, and possibly one of my superstars getting injured, I've decided to do this contract signing via satellite, giving both Daniel Roberts and Justin Klein the opportunity to freely express themselves from a safe environment of their choosing. Now, gentlemen, I'd like to thank you both for being here, but I would also like to ask that you remain respectful and that you allow each other to get out all of your answers in a timely and orderly fashion. Now, I'm going to jump right into it. Daniel Roberts, the first question is for you. Now, over the years, you have traveled from EFED to EFED, making quite the name for yourself, even going as far as being knighted by the Queen of England. Now, in those travels from EFED to EFED, you've held many championships. You've been a tag team champion. You've been an internet champion. In HKW, you were the longest ever reigning European champion with a span of a title reign, almost toppling 200 days. And as we currently speak, you are the current HKW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, Daniel, listing off those accolades, I'd like to ask you, as CEO of NEW, and I think the fans would like to know, what would it mean to you to become the first ever and inaugural NEW Intercontinental Champion?
Oh, it would mean the world to me if I became the first ever NEW Intercontinental Champion, because, you know, you'll put yourself in history. You know, you'll go down as the first ever guy to win the Intercontinental Championship, and of course anybody would want that. You know, everyone wants to be remembered in history. Everyone wants to add some more, you know, achievements to their luxurious career, and whether it's me or Justin Klein, we're going to do that at Gold Rush, and everyone wants that. Everyone wants to be remembered, but only few people manage to do it. And at Gold Rush, I want to be the first guy that goes down, you know, as the first ever NEW Intercontinental Champion. And sure, like, people understand that. People understand that, you know, I would work my ass off to become the NEW Intercontinental Champion. And the fact is, I'm not doing it because of me. I don't want to win this championship for me, for my achievements. No, I want to win it for them, the fans that have stuck by me and backed me since day one. People, when, you know, I got offered, you know, a contract in HKW, people think I wasn't worth it. People thought, you know, I'm not worth the time to invest in.
Yeah, it's true.
Really? Was that necessary? Had to do that? Alright, that's...
I am now one of the most must-see superstars. You know, I bring this sort of attraction that most people don't have. People love to see my matches, and as we saw from my debut in NEW when I faced off against Josh Maximus, you know, it was one of the most entertaining matches on the card, and I think that's something that no one can really take away from me or Josh and the company in general. Like, it was such a fascinating match. Everyone loved it. It was so entertaining, and that's something that I bring.
I almost immediately regret this interview.
Justin, he doesn't care about the championship. He only cares about two things: money and fame. That's the only two things he cares about. He doesn't care about the fans. He doesn't care about this company. He doesn't care about you, Wob. He doesn't give a damn about any of it. He only cares about himself. Okay, that's all he gives a damn about. He can say he cares about the Intercontinental Championship, but we both know the only reason he wants to win that championship just so he can get more money in his bonus check. That's the only reason why he wants to win it.
I think before this thing escalates any further, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. So my next question will be directed to you, Mr. Too Fine, Justin Klein. Now, ever since arriving at NEW, you've proven yourself the big deal by winning the Big Deal Battle Royal. Though, be it through a little bit of controversy, you did win and became the big deal of NEW. You've beaten the largest and most powerful man on the entire roster twice. And just last week, in an albeit lopsided tag team match, you were yet again successful. Now, Justin Klein, since coming to NEW, you have yet to lose a match. You've been on quite a roll. You've made quite the name for yourself already. Now, I personally know, through our talks in private, that becoming the Intercontinental Champion would mean the world to you. And you almost see it as a birthright. But my question to you is, through that tag team match last week, where you and the front line were successful in the handicap 3-on-2 match against Daniel Roberts and J-Max, you earned yourself the opportunity to name the stipulation for your Intercontinental Championship match at NEW Gold Rush. My question to you, Justin Klein, is what kind of a stipulation have you chosen?
Oh, I don't know, Rob. I could do a First Blood match. I could do a Hell in a Cell. Huh? Maybe a Texas Bull Rope. How about that? Maybe a Falls Count Anywhere. Maybe tables, ladders, and chairs. Or maybe, because I'm a professional wrestler and not a stuntman, and I'm not going to wrestle in a match where the risk outweighs the reward, I'm going to go for an old-fashioned submission match. I'm going to lock Daniel Roberts in the luxury lock. Shades of Kurt Angle. And I'm going to snap his ankle in half.
Okay, this next question goes out to Daniel Roberts. Now, Daniel, it's no secret that between the two of you, Justin Klein and yourself, the number of differences between you personally and professionally are vast. I mean, you have different body types, different wrestling styles, different beliefs, different backgrounds. My question to you, Daniel Roberts, is through all of the differences that you and Justin Klein have, would you say that these differences between your styles and your personalities works in your favor or works in Justin Klein's favor?
I think this was going more my way, personally, and I know loads of people will say this, you know, oh, it goes in my way because I've done this, I've done that. But the fact is, I think it goes in my way because I have simply the backing of the fans.
Exactly how long is this going to take, Robert?
I mean, how else who's he got backing him? Maybe the front line, maybe, but that's all he brings. Like, he's only got a few people backing him. With me, I got the fans backing me. I got the locker room backing me. Everyone wants me to win. Everyone wants me to become the Intercontinental Champion. Simply because I care about this company. Simply because I give a damn about this belt. Simply because I love being here. Justin doesn't give a damn. Justin doesn't give a shit. The fact is, if Justin got given $15 million tomorrow to lead the company, he would do it in a heartbeat. He would go just like that. Because that's what Justin is. He doesn't give a damn about his company. All he gives a damn about is his money. That's the fact is, he only gives himself about a brand and his money. And that's it. He doesn't give a damn about the Westerners on his roster. He doesn't give a damn about the owner.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, my next question will go out to you, Justin Klein. Now, I've listed off the number of accolades of Sir Daniel Roberts being knighted by the Queen, longest reigning ever HKW European Champion, multi-time tag team champion, internet champion, and currently the World Heavyweight Champion on HKW at this very moment. Now, after listing off all those accolades, I have to ask you, Justin Klein, does that at all intimidate you going into this huge match at NEW Gold Rush for the NEW Intercontinental Championship? Are you at all intimidated?
Wow. You're new to this business, right, Robert? It's okay if I call you Robert. What you fail to understand is that professional wrestling does not have an overarching licensing board. So that means any Tom, Dick, and Harry, anybody with an IQ even lower than their shoe size, can start up a wrestling promotion. And then they can give belts to their friends because they don't sign any talent. They have 3 or 4 people on the roster. They hold their shows in VFW halls, in bingo halls, in backyards with 4 people who look like they should be getting an SSI check sitting out there that are probably related to the wrestlers. So if you think that I'm impressed that Daniel Roberts has held a title for a long time, show me who his competition was. Show me what company those come from. Because I am all about quality over quantity, baby. And NEW is where I've chosen. NEW is going to be like every company that I've ever competed in, because I only compete in the top of the line.
I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. Gentlemen, I'm looking forward to your match very much personally. I'm not only as the CEO, but as a fan of this product. I'm very much looking forward to the meeting of Justin Klein and Daniel Roberts one-on-one. I think it's going to be a clash for the ages, and I, personally, no matter who wins, or how I may feel about one of you personally, no matter who wins, I'm going to be happy and cheering for whoever holds that championship over their head. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the floor open to you guys. Justin Klein, do you have any final words for Daniel Roberts?
Final word? I would say, Daniel Roberts, get your applications, get your resume together. Maybe look for something more your speed after this match, like fast food industry or construction work.
All right, and before we wrap this thing up, I'm going to give Daniel Roberts the last opportunity to say his final words to Justin Klein. Daniel?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do have some final words for Justin Klein. The fact is, Justin, you may not see me as a threat now. You may think I'm just some worthless British boy that, you know, is not in your class, is not in your on your level. You could say, I'm a peasant. You could say, you know, I'm down with the peasants and stuff like that. But the fact is, Justin, come Gold Rush, I'm gonna be walking out as the Intercontinental Champion. I'm gonna make sure this title gets the prestigious, you know, care that it needs, because you won't bring that. You're nothing more than a 300-pound fat boy that thinks he's such a sick, you know, guy. You're too fine, Candy. You're too fine, Justin Klein, right? The fact is, you're nothing, okay? You are nothing, Justin.
All right, I'd like to thank you both for joining me tonight via satellite. I think that's all there is to it. Only thing left to do is to see Justin Klein go up against Daniel Roberts, and you heard it here first, in a submission match at NEW Gold Rush for the New Era Wrestling Intercontinental Championship. I've been Rob Roman. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.
Wish we could turn back